thought on the far side spot, and we're gonna cut a few pieces. Now, some of you might have better ideas. The chainsaw does a pretty good job. We're gonna put a 2x right here. Hey folks, Tree Johnson here. Hey, today we're gonna dump. We got one tree to cut down for a project for a wedding. Actually, we're gonna cut a bunch of little rounds, and then I'm gonna throw them on a sawmill, make them square so they can use them for their aisle away. Today, I'm running MS 462. I haven't ran it very often. I did cut some wood up about 20 minutes ago, and it seems to be a good running saw. That's a little, I believe I would rather have a 32-inch bar feeling the weight of it, but I'm not real familiar with the saw as of yet. So we'll go ahead and pull it down, cut some obstacles out of her way, and dump this tree over. All right. So when I'm on a hillside in places, I was taught using a plumb bob for fallen trees. Now, this isn't what I usually use. It's what I have in my pickup. This is an actual plumb bob. I think it's used by engineers and such. But usually I use either a pocket knife or a lead weight that's easy to pack around. And right away it tells you where a tree leans. It takes all the question out of it. So no matter how the clouds look or other trees or the slope, this really takes all the guess out of it. And even with extremely big trees, you know, when they only got about 12-inch, 6 to 12-inch lean, if you take your time, you can read that. So this is a really good tool to use when dumping trees. Ready? Check it out, folks. Look how much wood's holding. See that? That's what a plumb bob was good for. Here she goes. Well, I did have more wood than I thought on the far side. I did come in a little under my face cut, but everything turned out okay. That's why you use a plumb bob and get the hell out of there. That gets a lot of people sometimes. Now the shitty spot is lots of wood I need is in the freaking air, but we'll ditch that and get the other stuff. Well folks, the tree went well. As you can see, it popped up like we expected. We cut that other piece of wood that'll be over our head, got that little log down, and hit her hole just perfect. Hole's right there. She went right through there. Okay, we did break a little manzanita limb up there, not too worried about it. The top did break out as well. With these dead fir trees, you know, that's a given. So I'll go ahead and buck this up in the lengths, then we'll go to the sawmill, cut them square so they'll be ready for our project. Folks, we got mostly cleaned up, but now one problem. I gotta put all this wood in my little truck, so I'm gonna do some restacking and see if I can't somehow make this work. folks, we pretty much got that mopped up. So got it cleaned up. This is where the tree came through. All right, we hit our hole just right, a little to the left. Really no collateral damage. And with the tree, I left a little bit of a high stump. We might use that to, there's a good hole right here for taking future trees out. As you can see, a lot of dead trees around here. All right, so we're gonna take all this wood right here to the sawmill. We're going to cut about a dozen or so pieces for a walkway, and we're going to cut a few pieces actually for a cake stand. All right, so here we go. We're off to the mill. Well, folks, we got the wood to our sawmill. Now we're going to set the sawmill up and throw a few boards on there and show you how I cut these pieces. Now, some of you might have better ideas. The chainsaw does a pretty good job, as you can tell. I mean, a super good sharp saw does a clean job, but a sawmill will make them all square and flat and exactly the same. Not close, pretty much exactly. So, all right, we're gonna get rolling and go from there. All right, folks, now we got the sawmill set up. Okay, we got a little extras right here for the boards to go against. Now what I'm going to do for these rounds, obviously we can't set them there, they won't work. So what we'll do is we'll put a 2x against here and a 2x on the deck, and that will give us a platform to be able to cut these boards into the height we want. We just have to remember, because we're going to put a 2x right here, we have to add 2 inches to every cut. And when you do a lot of cuts, sometimes you can get a little carried away. All right, let's grab some wood and we'll go from there. Well, folks, we got all 22 pieces cut. We have 2 3-inch pieces cut for the cake. I guess this is going to go to separate them. And now I have 1 11-inch piece, and I need 2 more. I believe it's a 16 and 18. So there we go. That's how you cut perfect rounds with a sawmill. Like I said, a chainsaw does a really good job. But if you're on really flat ground like concrete or something, it's a little extra work, but the Wood-Mizer makes perfect cuts. It just takes time.